Now, two things that were in my Bawdy Bookworms box were my Sensuva lubricant packets. I wanted to review that with y'all. So having worked for a major lubricant company for about a year from 2021 to 2022, have a little bit of an idea of how to test these on camera. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in a Ziploc baggie once I'm done, but we'll go ahead and open this fresh thing. This is the regular Sensuva natural water-based lubricants. Directions for use: apply a small amount to the area of the body you wish to lubricate, reapply as desired, easily washes away with warm water. This is a personal lubricant for the P, the A, and the V lubrication. For those who need to know, you're gonna know what I mean. It's intended to moisturize and to lubricate to enhance the ease and comfort of intimate activities and supplement the body's natural lubrication. The product is compatible with natural latex, polyisoprene, and polyurethane condoms. If I was about to use the toy that was included in my Bawdy Bookworms box and I wasn't about to share, I wouldn't really use a condom, but it's nice to know that if I wanted to use this with a partner, that it is condom compatible with those materials. So a great way to test lubricants so that the user can see it. I'm gonna go ahead and crack that open. And I'm just gonna pour a little bit on the back of my hand so that you can see the consistencies. This is my hand, so we have a nice clean surface. And there it is coming out. And that's the drip. So it comes out quite fast and a little bit goes a long way. That was only a couple drops. And that's kind of, I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you. That's kind of the spread there. What does it feel like? It kind of feels like freshly poured aloe vera right out of the plant. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, it's got kind of that natural gel consistency, again, that I really affiliate with aloe vera. There's a slightly sweet smell to it. I wanna say it smells a little bit like vanilla. And in before the comments that are like, Lola, why are you smelling lubricants? If you're putting this on your nethers and you're going down on a partner, it's really important that you know what that lubricant smells like, because if the smell is a deterrent, you're not going to continue to do the activities that this is intended for, right? So that's really good to know. It's not getting sticky or tacky or drying up, but if it's going at it for a couple minutes now, you probably want your lubricant to last more than a couple minutes, but it's not pilling at all. You know, like when a sweater kind of bunches up or clumps, it pills. Some cheaper or not well manufactured lubricants do that, but it just feels very moisturizing. Again, this kind of feels like aloe, but I feel like when I apply a little bit of friction, it does warm to the touch, which is good. I'm gonna do the weirdest part of this lubricant test for most people, and that is just deposit a little bit on the back of my hands, rub it in a little bit. It has a really, again, vanilla-y smell to it. And lick it off. I think the sweet smell or flavor that I'm smelling is agave. It tastes a little bit like agave. It doesn't have any glycerin in it. It has potassium sorbate,
which is a main ingredient of another major lubricant, which I won't mention here. We'll talk about that another time.
I really want to give Sensuva their due spotlight here. And it also has a form of stevia. It says stevia rebaudiana. There, if you can read it. Stevia rebaudiana. So stevia is kind of like an alternate form of Splenda. It's not like sweet and low, but it is an alternative to sugar sweetener. And it's really important that they're using sugar alternatives, because sugar in a lubricant, or sugar just in general, if you're doing food play, if that's your kink, that is going to be something that causes yeast infections. But stevia by itself, as long as you're kind of cleaning up after you're done, it's not necessarily inherently going to lead to yeast infections, which is good. Having lubricants that are body safe is really important. It's something that I think the consumer takes for granted, but it's not necessarily true. Until recently, there wasn't really a lot of required FDA processes in place when manufacturing intimate products. So using, again, sugar alternatives and things that are flavored or slick is really important. Second lubricant by Sensuva in my Bawdy Bookworms box. This is the ultra thick water-based personal moisturizer strawberry flavor. So this is intentionally flavored, whereas the other one just had stevia and some plant-based ingredients that gave off kind of a very subtly sweet taste. Again, it was kind of like aloe vera juice and a touch of vanilla. Super, super subtly sweet. Barely notice it's there. Before we move on to this, one reason you might want to have a subtly sweet lube is you may have a partner that doesn't taste the best. It may be diet, it may be medications, it may just be how it is. Maybe you guys just aren't each other's flavor preference when it comes to intimate zones down there, but you want to make it work anyway. So having a lube that is lightly sweetened, naturally sweetened with a sugar alternative is a great way to do that, even if you're not into the more obviously flavored lubricants. Speaking of, this is the Sensuva Ultra Thick Water-Based Personal Moisturizer in Strawberry. You can tell the difference from the water-based. Again, blue like water. This is strawberry. It's in red. It's got a red accent. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. And if you want to get the most out of your lubricant packets, I only used maybe a third of the packet here, 25% of the packet here. I intend to put this in a little Ziploc sandwich baggie to keep it for when I want to use it by myself or with a partner. On to the strawberry. All right, so I was looking for the perforation for a little while. I found it. I'm gonna go ahead and tear that. Tore a nice slot there to go. And I'm going to, again, I wiped this off, but I'm going to pour it on the back of my hands. Now, even though this is strawberry and it says strawberry on the packaging, there's no color to the lubricant. It is white though when it comes out. So I could see this being instrumental to cum play if you're into that. When you spread it, ooh, it kind of spreads like a lotion. I almost just want to leave it on my hand. It smells like strawberry icing, like on a cupcake. Not like buttercream frosting, but maybe that piped icing that you use to like write happy birthday on a cake, but like strawberry. So like a sweet dessert type strawberry. So I'm gonna go ahead and, now that I've done the smell test and the viscosity test or the rub test. Speaking of the rub test, again, this is rubbing like a lotion. It's not sticky at all. I would say there's almost a little bit of a grain to this. It's not gritty, it's finely milled, but you know how like certain, I don't know, face primers, if you guys are into makeup or anything, have a little bit of a grain to it. That's kind of what it feels, and that might be the flavoring or the sweetener in there. But ideally, you're putting this on, you're licking it right off. You may not be like rubbing it for as long as I am, especially not dry rubbing it. So not so much a problem. So here's the deal, right? What we want to end up doing, I've gone and given it a little sniff, but I'm going to give it a lick. We're going to taste it because it's important we know what flavored lubricants taste like.
Damn, that's good.
That makes me want cake. And I'm not even using like cake by the ocean like a euphemism. It makes me want a cupcake. Okay. The more you lick, it does get kind of thick, again, almost like a lotion, but it's not sticky. It's not sticky. So I do really like this one. I love the flavor. And thank you so much to Bawdy Bookworms for sending this in my box, my monthly box. I really love the flavor. I really like it. So let's read a little bit about it. So it says, natural feeling, smooth and comfortable, moisturizing, latex and silicone products safe, washes away easily with water. It's pH balanced. People talk about vulva-vaginal health. You want things that are pH balanced to the vaginal environment, and it's glycerin and paraben free. Again, flavored lubricants can be pH balanced and can be vulvovaginal compatible so long as they're not using sugar as a sweetener. Think of diabetic friendly items. Sugar isn't the only thing that we use to sweeten things. We can use Splenda, we can use stevia. And actually this one uses that stevia, ribaudiana, and natural flavors, as well as potassium sorbate and a kind of plant cellulose. It also says down here it's got some of the claims, which I'll read to you. This is cruelty-free, so it's not tested on animals, which is important. It is paraben-free. So parabens can be carcinogenic in larger quantities, so it's really good to find items that are paraben-free. It is gluten-free. I mean, if you're a gluten-free, diet, maybe there are things that are flavored that have gluten, and maybe you have celiac disease, maybe you're gluten intolerant. That may be important to you when you're looking at a lubricant that you're going to ingest. It's vegan and it's glycerin-free, so there's no glycerin in this. Glycerin isn't all bad, guys. There's animal-based glycerin, there's plant-based glycerin. I would say that, need another lick there. I would say that plant-based glycerin is not a villain in this case, but animal glycerin is kind of where glycerin gets a bad rep. The claims on that first lubricant that we went over, the natural water-based one, are not made with glycerin and not made with parabens. So again, both of these lubricants are glycerin-free. I'm going to put these in little baggies so that I can keep them for later. But yes, girl, yes, I really enjoyed these Sensuva lubricant samples. Thank you so much to Bawdy Bookworms for sending them in my box.
Hey guys, I had a blast filming this for you. Want to see more videos about intimate product reviews, discounts, and giveaways, as well as vlogs from yours truly? If so, leave us a comment down below. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay on top of Lola Kat Yonder channel updates. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great day.